Good morning. Hi, guys. How are you? Happy Saturday. Very excited to see you guys this morning and to share with you how to tap into our inner badass. Did you guys see my teaser on Instagram? I always try to think of like what would I call a class. It's a lot of fun, but sometimes it's a lot of pressure to like name or theme a class. But that's what we're going to do today in a nutshell, in a few words. Minor details, but it's going to feel really good. So something that came up for me this week was very interesting. And it's actually something that I realized that I've kind of been working through over the summer in a bigger scale, and probably even working through over this year on a huge scale. So I hope that this resonates with you guys as well. It's something that basically I found myself kind of faced with a little bit of resistance of something that needed to be done or something that I wanted to do, that I caught myself kind of telling this story that it was going to be really hard. Do you guys ever catch yourself feeling like maybe there's some resistance or avoidance around doing hard things? Let me know if you're close to your chat, or drop me a heart if that feels like something that is relevant. I feel like a lot of us are dealing with some hard things right now, aren't we? And I know that we're all kind of processing our own hardness and doing the best that we can to get through that. Because my gosh, we're literally all doing the most. But really, something very tangible was going on this week, and I talked about it a little bit yesterday in boot camp for those of you who were in boot camp. But I was doing some very techie stuff in my business all week, and one of those things where I saw something that needed to happen, something that I was excited about happening, but I didn't want the happening to happen. I really just was thinking, how can I get past this, or how can I work around doing the work to make this thing happen, and how can I get to the place where it's already done and beautifully polished and ready to roll? And sometimes we don't have that option, right? Sometimes it's not even the best option that we tell ourselves is what it is, right? So for me this week, it looked like I was trying to find someone that I could hire. I was trying to outsource doing the hard stuff and it didn't work. It did not work for me. I was trying to find a contact of a specific person whom I don't know. It was like a friend of a friend kind of thing. And they never got back to me. I don't know. And of course, when we want something done, we want it done now. And that seems like the easiest way sometimes, is to outsource it, not even think about it, not even go through it. Anyways, long story short, before I go on too long of a tangent, long story short, I did the thing myself, and it took about a fraction of the time that I had convinced myself it was going to take, and then by the time it was done, I was like, I felt so empowered, because I was like, yeah, I could do this the whole time. And it was just a really great reminder to myself about how capable I am. And I think that a lot of times, well, I have no doubt that that is true for every one of you, that there's probably something in your life that feels hard, that feels like you can't. But really, I think it's just a matter of kind of reconnecting with that part of you that already knows that you can, that already knows that it's going to be easier than you're telling yourself, right? So let me know if that sounds like something that may be coming up for you. On a bigger scale, of course, if we take a look at this year, there's a lot of things that feel like I can't. There's a lot of things that feel like I cannot handle this, or whatever changes, have up for you and however you've been impacted, it may feel like there's no way I can do that, or at least not beyond like the short term. And I guarantee you, back in March, for anything like myself, I very much thought this was going to be a short term, like a couple of weeks of struggle, like let's get back to our lives. And here we are, almost coming up on 6 months, and it's like, That's interesting. Here we are still kind of stuck in the mud in some ways. And it's uncomfortable. You know, last week we talked a lot about getting comfortable, getting uncomfortable. And this is kind of a similar theme, but really specifically today, I want to invite you to really sit with this morning, whatever in your life feels like resistance, whatever feels like that hard thing. So whether it's something that you feel needs to be done, and that's air quotes, like needs to be done, or whether it's something that you just want to do for yourself. Maybe it's something fun, or, you know, something that really speaks to your heart or lights you up that says, man, I'd really love to see that thing happen, or to have that thing, or to do that experience, or whatever that sounds like to you. But there's also that other part of you that says, yeah, but I don't see how. Or maybe next year, or maybe next month, or maybe when something else, this other thing clicks into place, then I could do that hard thing. I want you to just sit with that hard thing today and find the resistance and find the way out. Find the way out of the story that you've told yourself about it being hard, right? Because as humans, we spend a lot of time really kind of anticipating the worst case scenario, right? And that's just a part of human nature. It doesn't make you a bad person by any means. It's actually a pretty good quality to have most of the time. But on the other hand, it's also like, well, if we get stuck in the worst case scenario, then nothing's ever going to happen. So it's important to really consider, what would happen if it were easy? What if you just took a couple of little action steps and found it to be the easiest thing that you ever did? You know, is it possible? The answer is usually yes, even if it feels like a stretch. So if you guys have something in mind, great. I want you to work with that thing, whatever your hard thing is. Or maybe it's your elephant or your unicorn, whatever that thing is that feels really far away and bright and shiny and a little bit like it would never happen. I want you to work with that today. And if you don't have a unicorn thing, or you don't have a hard thing, then maybe just ask yourself, what is there for you? Maybe just tuning in deeper to understand, is there something that you have been resisting that maybe you don't even recognize as resistance? Just to get curious. So we're going to do a set that I've been working with for the past, I would say 5 or 6 weeks, since probably way too soon after surgery. This has been my morning practice, you guys, for the past few weeks, that I think has really gotten me through that last hard thing where I thought, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, but, you know, sometimes we're forced into things or pushed into things. So I hope this is really something that will help you to feel, to reconnect with your inner grit, as I like to call it. So the meditations that we're going to do, the Kundalini part up first, we're going to do this meditation that we've done this before. If you've been with me a while, it's one of my absolute favorites. In fact, when I first started my coaching business 2 years ago, I literally had everyone doing this meditation for a long time, and I still do it every day of the world. And it's just incredible. So I know you guys are going to love that one. It's called The Meditation to Awaken the Dormant Power Within. And man, does it shake things up in the best kind of way. And then we're going to go through one that's a little bit more passive that is really special. It's called the Adi Shakti meditation. So let me know if you've ever heard of Adi Shakti. Send me a heart or drop me a something in the chat if you're handy, if you're close to the chat. Yay, somebody has heard of Adi Shakti. So Adi Shakti is this energy that is like this, it's the divine mother energy. Okay, and I am not a mother technically. However, as you guys may remember, I'm like a quadruple Cancer, so I have a lot of big mother energy. And what I mean by that is really connecting with this part of you that knows how to mother herself in some ways, whether it's the harsh that you need or the soft that you need. There's definitely some benefits to both, but really this Adi Shakti energy is very powerful source energy. It's creator energy. It's the energy that lives within you that says, I can do anything that I set my mind to. And I can do it fast and I can do it good, like no one else can do it. That's kind of the Adi Shakti to me. And so basically every morning for the past however many weeks since I started back from surgery, you just sit and you connect with this beautiful mantra that we'll sing, and you let this spirit of that divine mother, Adi Shakti, you let it rise within you. And let me tell you, it like gives me chills just talking about it. So let yourself find that experience today. Let yourself connect with that part of you. Even if it feels like a little tiny seed, let's see if we can water that seed today that says, I can do it. I can do whatever I need to do. You know? Shall we get started? I think this is us for today. I'm about to sneeze. I've had some allergies this morning, so if I start sneezing on you guys, forgive. So if this is your first class with me, we start every class by tuning in with a Kundalini mantra. That's similar. So the Adi mantra is Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong, O-N-G. And we're going to tune in with that 3 times. I'm going to bellow it out for us. So if you want to make a little noise with me, it should feel really good. It's a way that you can really start to connect with your own sound current, your own voice, your voice that says, I can do it. But the Adi mantra, the Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, it loosely translates to I bow to the divine wisdom that lives inside of me. So it's just a really nice way to start a practice of going inward. So if you'll just sit up tall, rub the palms together with me. Wherever you're sitting today, you can do this practice wherever you want. I'm sitting on the floor. You can sit on the sofa. You can sit on the bed. You do you. So you feel a little bit of warmth coming into the hands, pulling the thumbs into the sternum, sitting up even taller, pulling your chin back in so that you get that beautiful elongation up the back of the spine. And start to drop the breath into the belly. Taking some of the biggest breaths that you've taken all day. Feeling your belly expanding, letting your body take up space. Letting your body start to feel heavy as it wants to be this morning. We tend to have a practice of making ourselves small, trying to shrink ourselves, trying to make ourselves light and airy, and that's what we're told that women should be so often, right? For the next little bit, I just want you to let yourself take up as much space as you possibly want to take up. I want you to let it all out. Let your body sit as comfortably as possible, letting your body feel as heavy as possible. And I want you to go inward and start to connect with that part of you that feels like things are heavy or hard. Finding that resistance, feeling that resistance, and just noticing where you feel it in the body. Maybe it feels like it's in the pit of your stomach, or maybe it feels like it's across your shoulders. Or maybe it feels like it's right in front of your face. Just allowing that energy to be with you today. Acknowledging that you don't have to push it off. You can operate with it. You can move forward with it. Noticing that it feels a lot easier. It feels a lot lighter once you start to do that. Taking one more deep inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. deep inhale, hold it at the top. And exhale. Relaxing the breath, relaxing the hands. And just noticing how you feel as we go into that heaviness, as we go into that discomfort, just noticing what's there for you, noticing the weight of it, noticing the bigness of it, letting it come out from hiding. As we go into this meditation to awaken the dormant power within. Let's do this. So all you have to do is make a little peace sign. And we're basically just going to do this the whole time, except we're going to flap our chicken wings. This one got known as chicken wings whenever I was teaching in person, because I do teach this one a lot. It's that good. So all you have to do is press your thumb down over your ring finger. And this is kind of our home position, sitting up nice and tall again, but letting everything in the body become very loose. So let go of any tension through the belly or through the legs or even through the shoulders or arms. And you just want to feel that little bit of tension with the thumb pressing into the ring fingernail. So this is our home base. And then we're going to inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, slam them down. That's all there is to it. So it looks totally silly, feels amazing. So we're going to go into essentially a breath of fire, which is an even inhale and exhale in and out through the nose. If you are on the first 2 days of your cycle, you can take this nice and slow today. If you, for whatever reason, feel overwhelmed, you can always slow down. So it doesn't matter how fast you go. In fact, you can pace yourself because this is our one breathing exercise. And one of the reasons why this one is so important is that we're actually activating and striking this kind of under rib area. So whenever you let the arms come down, you don't want to hurt yourself by any means, but you want to shake it up a little bit. Give yourself a little wake up jolt this morning. And one of the things that I like to say about it, we're kind of activating this diaphragm area, which helps us to really activate a lot of our stored power, as well as a lot of our voice. Okay. And I always say, like, if you've ever seen a small baby that's like screaming its lungs out, what you see is like, you see their rib cage, that diaphragm area that's like, whoa, right? And you probably see their face get a little bit red. So our face might get a little bit red this morning, but it's important. It's important to really activate that power that says, hey, I need something or do this, or whatever those babies are saying when they're screaming their heads off. So this should feel really good. I'm not going to say it's not challenging, but again, noticing any resistance that comes up and just let it come, and then breathe yourself through it. Finding that spot where you can go a little bit further than you thought that you could. Okay. My timer seems to be broken. Sorry, having a slight technical difficulty this morning. That doesn't mean we're going to do this forever, I promise. Okay, we are on the clock, so let's go ahead and get back into position and get started whenever you want. So it's inhale up, exhale down. You can close your eyes and just start to notice what happens in your body. Start to notice what you feel in the body. Start to notice where your mind goes. Adjusting your pace if you need to, and finding that rhythm, letting your body sink into that rhythm. And heavy, heavy, heavy breath through the nose. Make it so loud that I can hear you through the screen. I can't actually hear you, but imagine if I could. You'll start to notice that the breath will bring out some areas of resistance. You may find some areas in your body that feel hard or stuck or stiff. So whether that feels like it's in your chest or in your sinuses, or maybe even in your belly, Breathe harder into it. Send that breath in there to clear it out. Noticing that every time you breathe past the point where it gets really hard, it's easy on the other side. I swear to you, every time. The place where your brain wants to tell you to stop, if you just breathe through it for about 10 seconds, it gets very, very easy. And we're already over halfway done right now. Honoring your own pace and speed this morning. You don't have to match my pace. Remember, I do this every single morning in the world. So if it feels better for you to go slow, that's perfectly fine. It's better to slow down than to stop. Yeah, just about one more minute to go here, and then we're going to slow down for the rest of the practice. So give it all you got. Last 30 seconds, increasing the power of the breath right now. Go, 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 go. 10 seconds. Good, hold the hands straight up to the ceiling. Inhale deep. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Hold the breath. Squeeze the root block like you have to go to the bathroom so bad. Squeeze it and stretch. Exhale. Good job. I'm bringing the hands in a similar position, but leave the pinkies up. And we're just going to sit here. So let your breath return to normal, but go ahead and find the posture. So I'm just holding down that ring finger again, but this time the pinky comes up. And literally all you have to do is sit with the tallest spine that you can find and sink into this mantra. When you pick up on the words, you can start to sing along if you want to. I'm going to turn the music way up so that I can drown myself out. There's no breath, nothing to do but be. Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti, Namo Namo. Vitam Bhagati, Vitam Bhagati, Vitam Bhagati, Namo Namo. Kundalini,
Mata Shakti, Mata Shakti, Namo Namo. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo. Sarava Shakti, Sarava Shakti, Sarava Shakti, Namo Namo. Vitam Bhagavati, Vitam Bhagavati, Vitam Bhagavati, Namo Namo. Kundalini Mata Shakti, Mata Shakti, Namo Namo. Adi Shakti,
Straighten the fingertips out with a little bit of energy through the fingertips. Sit up taller. Sing along even if you don't know all the words. They don't have to be perfect, but feel the energy coming into it. Calling this energy into you right now.
Kundalini Mata Shakti, Mata Shakti, Namo Namo. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo. Sarava Shakti, Sarava Shakti, Sarava Shakti, Namo Namo. Vitam Bhagavati, Vitam Bhagavati, Vitam Bhagavati, Namo Namo. Kundalini Mata Shakti, Mata Shakti, Namo Namo. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo. Sarava Shakti, Sarava Shakti, Sarava Shakti, Namo Namo. Vitam Bhagavati, Vitam Bhagavati, Vitam Bhagavati, Namo Namo.
Keep your focus, bringing it back into your body if your mind starts to wander. Feeling this beautiful energy coming up from the earth, all the way up your spine. Taking your attention up to your third eye point with your eyes closed. Letting it get stronger.
Vitam Bhagavati, Vitam Bhagavati, Vitam Bhagavati, Namo Namo. Kundalini Mata Shakti, Mata Shakti, Namo Namo. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo. Sarava Shakti, Sarava Shakti, Sarava Shakti, Namo Namo. Vitam Bhagavati, Vitam Bhagavati, Vitam Bhagavati, Namo Namo. Kundalini Mata Shakti, Mata Shakti, Namo Namo. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo. Sarava Shakti, Sarava Shakti, Sarava Shakti, Namo Namo. Vitam Bhagavati, Vitam Bhagavati, Vitam Bhagavati, Namo Namo. Kundalini Mata Shakti, Mata Shakti, Namo Namo.
Good. Now hold the posture, hold the energy, and we're going to chant along and just say HUD. Pulling the navel in every time you hear it. Just like somebody were punching you in the gut. HUD, 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 HUD. Pull the navel hard, 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 hard. HUD, 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 HUD. Now inhale deep, hold it at the top. pulling that root lock in. Hold it for just a moment more. And when we exhale, we're going to let it go through a whistle for the first 2 breaths. So go ahead and whistle out. Making sure getting all the air out, going out, 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 out. Sit up tall, squeeze the root lock. Exhale, whistle out. Good, one more breath. Squeeze everything as tight as you can. Squeeze the navel, squeeze the legs, squeeze the arms, squeeze it all the way up, 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 up. Squeeze, 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 tight, tight, tight. Really sealing in all of that energy. Hold it for just a minute more, and then when we exhale, you're going to exhale as you flip the tongue back in your mouth. Like this. Let it go. Good. Relax the breath, relax the hands. You guys are amazing. Sometimes we need to do weird things to get our brain out of a funk, don't we? Let's start some tapping. Letting yourself notice how your body feels right now as compared to 30 minutes ago. Letting your body start to get even curious, even more around what can you let go of? What stories can you let go of? Where can you step back into what feels right and true for you today? Taking a sip of something if you need it. And we'll start at the very top of the head. You can close your eyes through this process. Just let yourself squirm a little bit if you need to. Breathing through the whole thing and just starting to notice which of these statements may be more challenging for you today, which of them may feel more true for you today, anything at all that's yours today to work through. So you'll start to just repeat after me. I'm ready to reclaim my power. I've been playing victim for far too long. And it's not doing anybody any favors for me to stay small. Least of all me. Good, breathing into it. Exhaling it out, sigh it big. Moving right in between the brows. It's time for me to stand up on my own 2 feet. It's time for me to hold my head up high and get to work. Doing what I came here to do. Good, breathing into it. Moving outside of the brow. Even if it feels really scary. It's understandable that I doubt myself. Because I'm human. And we're taught to feel a lot of fear. And moving underneath the eye. But that's just conditioning. Those are just some old wires that are trying to poke through. And I've been letting them for too long. Good, underneath the nose. I forgive myself for forgetting just how powerful I am. Good, breathing in there, biggest inhale. Good. Moving on to the chin. I am so much more capable than I've given myself credit for. I am so much more powerful than I've given myself credit for. And moving on to the collarbone now. I already have within me everything that I need. There's nothing really holding me back. And it's okay for me to change it anytime I'm ready. So I choose to be ready. Good. Inhale there. Trying it on, just noticing your body's response when you say you're choosing to be ready. Letting it be uncomfortable if it feels uncomfortable. Moving right onto the heart, right onto the sternum, center of the chest. I choose to be ready. I choose to be brave. I choose to take action, even if it's messy, because there's no such thing as ready. And I've wasted enough time worrying. Good. Big clearing breath there. Exhale, release all of that worry. Feeling it leaving your body now. Going right underneath the arm, just a couple inches below your armpit. You can do one side, you can do both sides, whatever feels good. Thank you for making this easier than I expected. Thank you for making this faster than I expected. Thank you for making this even more clear. Inhale deep. Good. Underneath the ribs. I can feel all the butterflies in my belly that are full of excitement. I'm not afraid of fear. One more time on that one. I am not afraid of fear. It's safe to let myself feel some fear. And it's safe to do it anyway. Good. Big deep inhale there. Letting it go. Letting all of that fear just run through you. Noticing the shift as all of that resistance starts to soften. Moving back to the top of the head. I know that I have a special mission. And I choose to accept it. And it gets to be fun. Even when it's a lot of work. I know that I have what it takes. I know that I was made for this. In between the brow, I get to enjoy it. I get to enjoy my work. It's safe to let myself enjoy it. Outside of the brow. It's safe to enjoy it, even when it feels challenging. I can relax. I can meet my challenge. and know that I will succeed. Good. Breathing into that feeling. Good. Underneath the eyes. There are people that need me. There are people that are waiting for me to deliver my mission that only I can do. And I can only succeed because I'm taking aligned action. Under the nose. And it feels so good to move forward in confidence. It feels so good to move forward in faith that all things are even better than I imagined. Good, moving on to the chin. It's possible that I have a cheering squad. Even if I can't see them, even if I don't know, there are people rooting for me, believing in me, celebrating me. Collarbone. So I choose to celebrate myself. I choose to stand taller. And I call back all of my energy now to help me bring my mission to life. Good, right onto the heart. I call back all of my power now, feeling it coming into you. Noticing the shift that you feel in your body when you say those words out loud. I call back all of my power now. I call back all of my strength. Underneath the arm. I call in clarity. I call in alignment. Under the ribs, I call in favor. I call in abundance. I call in ease. What else do you want to call in? Call it out right now. Name it the best that you can. I call in fun. Whatever else comes to mind for you. I call in joy. I call in peace. And I'm ready to leave resistance behind. It's safe for me to leave resistance behind. Good, big, huge inhale. Hold it at the top, sip in a little bit more. Feeling all of that energy circulating that you just stimulated. Exhale gently. Closing the eyes and really going deeper into the body. You can take a hand to the heart, a hand to the belly if that feels good. Just as if you were giving yourself a little squeeze. Letting your body take up even more space. Relaxing more, sinking heavier into the seat beneath you. Tuning into the air that's all around your body, feeling it touching your skin. allowing your mind to take you on a little journey. Just imagining now if you could press fast forward on this little movie of your life, letting yourself fast forward right to the point where whatever that hard thing is done, or that thing that felt impossible is yours. Going right out into the moment where it comes into your life as if it's already always been there. And as your mind takes you to that exact moment in time, just as if you could step through the screen, I want you to step into your body in that future moment. Try it on. Feeling it in your body. And looking out through your own eyes. Taking a walk around. Seeing this thing come to life that belongs to you. Feeling the gratitude for it. Feeling the excitement of having it there. Feeling it in your body, feeling it in your mind, noticing any details that you see. And now staying in this future body, I want you to pretend like you could just rewind that movie. Going back to look at your current you through the eyes of this future you. Just as if you were a fly on the wall in your future self, looking down at your current life. Seeing yourself here in the struggle, in the fatigue, in the doubt. And just as if you could wrap your arms around that current you, giving yourself anything that you need, and letting yourself know that it's going to be okay. Letting yourself know that it's all going to work out for you exactly the way that you want, even better than the way that you want. Maybe even sooner than you expect. Taking your time here to just absorb and receive any energy that's here for you. Filling yourself up with so much love and hope and faith. Fully restoring any confidence that you may have had slip away. Giving yourself one final squeeze here, and squeezing so tight that that future you and the current you just seem to merge together. Because that future you already is within you, cheering you on, there for you, just waving you ahead, flagging the way. Absorbing that last little bit of gratitude for this future where everything is working out. Bringing your attention back into your body and noticing how it feels different. Filling up with one more deep belly breath. Noticing where you may have a little bit more space or a lightness. Bringing your attention all the way back into your room. Blinking your eyes open. Taking one more moment here to just sit. Asking yourself what you feel is more available to you than it was earlier this morning. What do you feel is more accessible or doable? Always noticing that you can choose the story that you hear in your head. Can choose the story that says this is going to be really hard. I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I don't know if things are going to work out. That sounds crazy. What if it's a waste of time? What if people think that I'm stupid? All of those stories do exist all of the time within all of our heads, but you don't have to listen to them. Just because the thought is there doesn't mean that they're true for you. A lot of those thoughts are just there for our protection. So it's okay to say, yeah, I hear you. It's possible this could be really hard. It's possible this could be a waste of my time. But I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to take that chance. Thank you guys so much for coming to practice with me today. I hope you feel incredible. I hope you do something really special today, whatever that is for you that feels right. I hope that you do something hard. Do something hard and let me know how it went. I am cheering you on so big. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Sat Nam. All right, we have